divided yon by 2.175. So aside from 5, pakitandaan po si 2.175, no? Kapag millimoles per liter, no? Pero mas common po ating ginagamit si divided by 5, no, for milligrams per deciliter. Okay? Again, divided by 5 milligrams per deciliter, divided by 2.175 for millimoles per liter. So, increase in LDL cholesterol, higher yung risk for developing coronary artery disease or coronary heart disease. Again, the Friedewald formula is not valid if the triglyceride is more than 400 milligrams per deciliter. Okay? Next po tayo. In familial hypercholesterolemia, kung babalikan po natin si Fredrickson-Levy classification ng mga hyperlipoproteinemia, yung kanina, no, si lipoprotein lipase deficiency, yung mataas yung press nga ng chylomicrons, yung case natin kanina, that's under type 1. No? Type 1 hyperlipoproteinemia is your familial lipoprotein lipase deficiency. Yun po yung mga individual na hindi kaya i-clear yung chylomicrons. Dito naman, yung familial hypercholesterolemia, this one is type 2. Type 2A in particular. So type 2A is your familial hypercholesterolemia. Okay? Kasi dito mataas naman yung cholesterol in particular because of a high LDL. Diba? LDL carries majority of the cholesterol, no? And among all the hyperlipoproteinemia, ito po yung pinaka may highest risk of developing coronary heart or coronary artery disease, no? Kasi mataas po dito si LDL. Okay? So, hallmark finding is elevation of letter A, LDL. Okay? So, LDL level. Okay, mataas si cholesterol dahil mataas po si LDL. And LDL transports cholesterol, majority of the cholesterol. High levels of which lipoprotein class are associated with decreased risk of accelerated atherosclerosis. No? So again, the higher the HDL, the more protective you are. No? So more than 40 is a reference value, pero pag more than 60, mas better, no? So we have letter D, HDL, no, mas protective ka, no? Kasi nga 'di ba HDL promotes reverse cholesterol transport, or we can say that it is anti-atherogenic, no, pabalik, no, from the peripheral cells. It will transport the cholesterol to the liver, no, for metabolism, para hindi nga mag-form ng deposits or plaques causing atherosclerosis. Okay, the chemical composition of HDL cholesterol responds to. So HDL is the smallest, but HDL is also the densest. No? Siya yung pinaka-dense kasi nga it contains the highest amount of protein. No? And its protein content contributes to its density. No? So it contains around 50% protein. So doon pala alam mo na, no? That's letter C. Okay, that's letter C. Yung letter B naman po dyan, ang majority ng kanyang content is cholesterol. So we can say that this one is more of LDL. No? Yung letter B is more of LDL. Yung letter A naman sa letter D, they both contain high amount of triglyceride. No? But the higher triglyceride content of around 85%, tas mababa yung kanyang protein is attributed to your chylomicrons, because chylomicrons contains high amount of triglyceride, no? Kaya siya yung largest, no? Kasi it contains the highest amount of neutral fat or triglycerides. It is the least dense, kaya nga siya nagpa-float, no? Floating creamy layer, kasi nga smallest amount siya ng protein, no? While yung letter A, we can say that that's for VLDL, no? Okay. So, okay, next po tayo. Which of the following methods for quantitation of high-density lipoprotein is most suited for clinical laboratory use? For us po to assess or to measure your HDL, we can perform nga po chemical precipitation at saka yung mga homogeneous assay, no? But the most suited for the quantitation of your high-density lipoprotein for laboratory use is your homogeneous method, no? So, or homogeneous assay for HDL, letter B. No? Ano ba tong homogeneous assay for HDL? Ito po yung gumagamit ng antibodies. No? And these antibodies, in particular, for example, in particular, these are antibody to your apolipoprotein B100. Di ba ApoB or ApoB100 is present in your LDL and VLDL. So ito po, the antibody here will be directed to your LDL and VLDL, thus allowing the measurement of HDL. Okay? Yung column chromatography po, yan po ay purification step. No? Again, these are additional information lang po. No? Yung column chromatography is a purification step uh, um, prior to the separation by ultracentrifugation. Ano po yung ultracentrifugation? Ultracentrifugation po, as what we can recall, no, is your reference method for lipoprotein quantitation. Tama? Yan po yung in-express sa Svedberg's unit, wherein the least dense is kilomicrons, followed by VLDL, followed by LDL, and then HDL, no? Siya yung densest, 'di ba? So yun po yung arrangement, no, sa ultracentrifugation. Yung prior step po sa ultracentrifugation is your column chromatography para ma-purify muna siya. Then after nun, saka yung ultracentrifugation. Again, ultracentrifugation, kilomicrons, VLDL, LDL, and HDL being the densest. Yan po yung reference method natin for lipoprotein quantitation. Yung agarose gel naman po na electrophoresis, kasi we can also perform electrophoretic pattern um, to assess nga po yung lipids or mga lipoproteins, no, na present. No? Again, no, if babalikan po natin yung ating background knowledge with regards to electrophoresis, no, for protein electrophoresis, 'di ba? At a pH of 8.6, proteins will have a net negative charge. So these are lipoproteins. So they will also have a net negative charge. No? And they will travel, kasi wala akong whiteboard, no? Kasi nga, kanina nakita ko yung whiteboard pala baliktad, no? Sorry po, no? So please bear with me, no? In explaining, no? So, proteins nga po will have a net negative charge. So, lipoproteins will have a net negative charge. So, they will travel from the negative electrode to the positive electrode. O, again, no? Ano po ulit yung ating negative electrode? Negative electrode is your cathode. No? Negative electrode is the cathode, while the positive electrode is the anode. So, magka-travel sila from your negative to positive, no? Ibig sabihin, papunta sila saan? Papunta sila sa anode, no? So, yung may pinakamalayo na rating, that is the most anodal, no? Yung pinaka malapit dun sa positive electrode. That's the most anodal, no? And then, what stays in, yung pinakamalapit naman sa negative, that's the most cathodal, no? So, the most anodal here, yung pinakamalayo na nag-migrate among all the lipoprotein is your alpha, and then followed by pre-beta, beta, and what stays in the origin is Kylo. So, ibig sabihin, yung fastest migrating, yung pinakamalayo na rating is your HDL, followed by your VLDL, your LDL, and your kilomicrons. So, yun po yung arrangement naman doon. No? Your alpha, your pre-beta, your beta, and your kilo. Alpha is your HDL, pre-beta is your VLDL, beta is your LDL, and then kilomicrons as the origin. Stays in the origin. Okay? So again, no, be familiar lang din tayo ulit sa arrangement ng ultracentrifugation at saka sa arrangement ng electrophoresis. Okay? Okay. Again, that's for the homogeneous. No? Next po tayo. The most constant analytical error involved in the routine determination of HDL cholesterol is caused by, no? So the most common error nga, analytical error, no? aside po kasi sa homogeneous assay for HDL that uses antibodies to the ApoB100 of the LDL and VLDL, no, for the measurement of HDL. One method as well for the measurement of your HDL is through chemical precipitation. Ito po yung gumagamit ng dextrans sulfate, no, heparin sulfate, no, yung mga common po dyan, dextrans, sulfate, magnesium chloride. No? So, yun po yung mga common. Wherein, piniprecipitate po niya yung LDL at saka VLDL para ang matira lang or ang mag-remain sa supernatant is the HDL. And then, we will measure the HDL. Okay? So, through chemical precipitation. Pero ang isa sa problem nga doon is a small, letter D, a small concentration of your ApoB containing lipoproteins after precipitation. So, hindi po lahat sila na pre-precipitate, no? Yung hindi lahat ng LDL sa ng VLDL, no? So there may be a small concentration of ApoB containing lipoproteins, which is your LDL or VLDL, that will remain, no, in the sample. So that can cause error. Okay? Next po tayo, a lipemic serum is separated and frozen at negative 20 degrees centigrade for assay at a later date. 1 week later, prior to performing an assay for triglyceride, the specimen should be. So, syempre, dapat i-warm mo muna dapat siya. No? So, letter A, warmed to 37 degrees centigrade and mixed thoroughly. So, pwede mo siyang ito lang na slowly at room temperature, or you can place it in a water bath at 37 degrees centigrade. And then, syempre, kailangan i-mix mo yun thoroughly before yung analysis. Okay, sa mga diseases naman po no, na for associated with lipid or disorders associated with lipids and lipoproteins, which of the following diseases results from a familial absence of high-density lipoprotein? Okay, so ito po, again, dito po wala daw, no, absence ng HDL. So this one is your Tanger's disease. We also call this one as an alpha lipoproteinemia. Kasi dito po, there is absence of your apolipoprotein A1 or mga ApoA. Eh di ba yung mga apolipoprotein A that is present for in your HDL. So dito, there is complete absence of your HDL. Again, Tanger's disease, other name is an alpha lipoproteinemia kasi nga an alpha, no, absence ng alpha, no, absence ng apolipoprotein A1, absence ng HDL. Okay? We also have a condition called a beta lipoproteinemia. Ito naman, absence naman ng beta. No? So, absence ng mga ApoB100, ApoB48. Eh, di ba kung ni-recall natin yung ApoB100, present yun saan? Sa VLDL at saka sa LDL. No? Yung ApoB48 naman, present naman yun sa chylomicrons. No? So, pag wala naman or defective naman po yung apolipoprotein B synthesis, so walang VLDL, walang LDL, walang chylomicron, that is a beta, that is a case of a beta lipoproteinemia or what we call Bassen-Kornzweig syndrome. Okay? Bassen, B-A-S-S-E-N, Kornzweig, K-O-R-N-Z-W-E-I-G, no? Bassen-Kornzweig syndrome. So, Tanger's disease, absence of HDL, absence of your ApoA1. Bassen-Kornzweig syndrome, absence of VLDL, LDL, and chylomicrons because of defective ApoB synthesis of ApoB100 and ApoB48 or apolipoprotein. Okay, B100 or B48. Okay, clear po doon, no? Okay, yung Gaucher naman po dito is a lipid storage disease, kung maalala nyo po. No? So, Gaucher's disease, yan po yung deficient sa enzyme na glucocerebrosidase. Okay? The macrophages here will look like a crumpled paper. Magkakaroon siya ng chicken scratch appearance. Okay? O, yan po ay possible na matanong din sa hema. No? So, tingnan po natin ano mo itsura ng chicken scratch appearance, no? Kasi sa ASCP may mga images po na pinapakita, no? So again, that's for Gaucher disease. Yung crab naman po, Crab's disease is also under lipid storage disease. Yung Tay-Sachs po is also a lipid storage disease. Okay. Next question. A 9-month-old boy from Israel has gradually lost the ability to sit up and develop seizures. He has an increased amount of a phospholipid called GM2 ganglioside in his neurons, and he lacks the enzyme hexosaminidase A in his leukocyte. This finding suggests. Okay. Ito po ay yung letter B, Tay-Sachs disease. Okay? So yung Tay-Sachs disease po, as what we said earlier, is also a lipid storage disease, no? So yung Tay-Sachs po, dito naman ang deficient naman dito is hexosaminidase A, as what is mentioned sa problem, no? At dito nagkakaroon nga po ng accumulation ng GM2 ganglioside. So pag na-encounter po natin yung deficient for hexosaminidase A, accumulation of GM2 ganglioside, the answer is Tay-Sachs. Okay? Again, kanina na-mention ko si Gaucher. So, kay Gaucher po, ang deficient dito ay glucocerebrosidase. Okay? Sa case naman ng Tay-Sachs, ang deficient po dyan ay hexosaminidase A, GM2 ganglioside accumulation. Tama? Next, we also have Niemann-Pick. So, ang Niemann-Pick po is also under lipid storage disease, no? Yung po yung tatlong pinaka-common Gaucher, Niemann-Pick at saka Tay-Sachs, no? Yung Niemann-Pick naman po is sphingomyelinase deficiency naman yan, no? Which causes naman po sphingomyelin accumulation. No? Presence naman po yan ng foam cells, no? Foam cells. Yung mga Hurler, Hunter's, Sanfilippo syndrome, these are mucopolysaccharidosis naman po yung mga yun, no? Yung Hurler, Hunter, saka Sanfilippo. Ayan. Okay. Again, that's for Tay-Sachs disease, no? Under lipid storage diseases. So basically that sums up, no, yung ating pong lipids. Next po tayo, proteins.